But most importantly, the heart of the relationship between the Liberals and the Nationals is our deep passion and convictions for supporting the needs of rural and regional Australians, and our belief in the future of rural and regional Australia. And at its heart, that's what the coalition is about. That's why we have come together so willingly over such a long period of time. Nationals celebrating their centenary, and of course the Liberal Party well advanced in our 75th year. And that partnership between the two parties will continue to provide the stability, it'll continue to provide the leadership, it'll continue to provide the focus on the issues of such great concern to rural and regional Australians. And we know that now people in rural and regional Australia for some time, with the drought extending over many years, with the calamity of the devastating floods in North Queensland this time last year, the bushfires, the impacts indeed even of this virus as it impacts on rural and regional communities and the response we need on the ground to that and the measures that we are taking. All of these issues highlight again the importance of the wonderful relationship and coalition that we have between the Liberals and Nationals in government. Now, I've accepted the recommendations of the Leader of the Nationals following their meeting earlier this week, and I want to run through and announce those arrangements to you. In doing that, I want to stress 2 points. What I'm about to announce to you underlines 2 points. The first one I've already made, and that is
our Win viewers now will be going to Win's All Australian News on Foxtel. We'll return to the Prime Minister.
Recovery operations and the rebuilding operations that are necessary in response to the terrible disasters that rural and regional Australians have faced in terms of bushfire, in terms of drought, in terms of flood, and maintaining that solid focus, and especially the commitments we've made in the agricultural sector to our 2030 plan, and keeping the strength of focus there. The second one is maintaining, and I'd say elevating, our commitment to veterans in Australia. I won't go over again what I announced yesterday, but there has been such great progress, but so much more to do when it comes to the care and well-being of our veterans, and we're going to keep the focus on that, and we're going to keep the continuity on that. And the Minister there has been doing an outstanding job. So let me run through. Obviously, the Leader of the Nationals will continue on in his current portfolios, and that will also include a very big focus on the water grid and ensuring that Australia has the water infrastructure it needs for a resilient future. David Littleproud will continue to serve in Cabinet. He will take on the portfolios of Minister for Agriculture, and that will combine with his other portfolios of drought and emergency management. The issue of natural disasters is one that encompasses all portfolios of government, and obviously as Minister for Emergency Management that will have particular responsibilities for him. But when it comes to dealing with natural disasters and our broader resilience to the environment and the climate we're living in, as I outlined at the Press Club last week, I believe this goes across every single portfolio of government. Darren Chester will be entering Cabinet, but he will continue to do the wonderful and outstanding job he's been doing as Minister for Veterans Affairs and Minister for Defence Personnel. I'm advised that this is the first time Veteran Affairs has been back in Cabinet since the late Ben Humphries in 1993, and I think that sends a strong message about our commitment to veterans in this government. Keith Pitt will take on the role and enter Cabinet as Minister for Resources, Water and Northern Australia, highlighting again the importance of all of those portfolio matters and their presence around the Cabinet table. Mark Coulton will continue to serve as Minister for Regional Health, Regional Communications and Local Government. Andrew Gee will come into the ministry as Minister for Regional Education, Decentralisation and Minister assisting the Minister for Trade and Investment. Michelle Landry will continue to serve as an Assistant Minister for Children and Families and will also serve as Assistant Minister for Northern Australia. And you won't find a stronger champion than Michelle Landry, other than Keith Pitt, for Northern Australia when it comes to ensuring that the needs of Northern Australia are addressed. And Kevin Hogan will come into the Assistant Ministry, where he will be the Assistant Minister to the Deputy Prime Minister. Can I congratulate all of those ministers, and particularly those who are entering Cabinet? I look forward to working with them all. Can I also thank and put on record my thanks to Bridget McKenzie, as I did here on the weekend, for the great work that she did for rural and regional Australians, in particular when it comes to the drought. And can I also thank Matt Canavan for his service to our Cabinet. As you know, Matt elected to leave the Cabinet, and I want to thank him for the great work he has done in the resources portfolio and the Northern Australian portfolio, and I appreciate the way he engaged on those issues so passionately for that time of service. I'll hand you over to the Leader of the Nationals and Deputy Prime Minister.